Hey everybody, Dan here from SHERP PT. The goal of this video is to repair that broken fusible shaft, take that thing out and put a new one in its place. The reason I believe that happened is because that universal joint is missing two bolts on this side, and on the back side the other two bolts were very loose. I think that thing bound up and that's what caused the entire issue. So to get that accomplished, the first thing I need to do is disconnect this transmission to the wheels. That chain right there is the main drive chain that drives a shaft that operates or drives the other four wheels on the SHERP. So I need to disconnect that universal joint from the wheels. So what I'm attempting to do here is remove that master link. And then pull this out, and then this chain comes off, and then everything will spin free from the side. Well, it popped off nice, but then it falls on the ground, like always. But we got it. Woohoo! Very simple. I was not expecting that. I've never taken these off before, so this is kind of a new experience for me. Again, what I could have done is taken that main drive chain off instead of taking these two chains off on the side. But honestly, it's a hell of a lot easier to put these back on again than it is to put that main chain back on. And it's a lot easier. After I got this side done, I basically did the exact same on the other side, so I don't want to waste your time in repeating this whole thing. But one thing I did know is I wanted to put that master link back together again, because otherwise I thought I would lose things. Again, I'm now sitting in the back of the SHERP while I'm working on this thing, and there's really not a lot of room that's out there, and I've been getting in and out all day long just because I kind of got a little bit stiff. But I was pretty happy that this link just popped back on again. Actually, it popped off just as easy as it popped on, although the other side was a little bit more pain in the butt for me. One side done. So this whole side now is essentially completely disconnected. So we got going on here is this universal joint. So this bolt right here is backed out, that bolt in the back is backed out, and the two bolts on the bottom are completely gone. I did find two of the nuts. I'm guessing the other bolts are back there too, and I'm guessing that is what the cause of that fusible shaft, why it went bad. Did its job, I mean, because otherwise I could destroy these two joints, and I'm sure they're a hell of a lot more expensive than that master fuse is. So in a way, it was a good thing. Just gonna pull off this wire off these nuts. Yeah, I know I'm not doing it right, but that's okay. So those wires pass through those bolt heads to keep them in place in the event they come loose. Probably not good. It's already loose. This is an extremely tight area to work, so this took a long time to get all those bolts taken out. You can kind of see here, I'm using a screwdriver to turn that universal joint so I can access all those bolts. I'm on the last bolt, which is right here. And like always, it's the one that's a pain in the ass. Well, in a weird way, it's good that this bolt was so difficult to be taken out. You use permanent Loctite on these bolts when you put it back together, and this is the only one that there was still a lot of Loctite left. Looks like it's gonna come. Woohoo! All the bolts are out. Whoop. All the bolts are out. Now what? Take these off real fast. This device tightens the main chain and also allows that whole thing to move left to right, which allows you to take out that universal joint. These bolts have tabs that bend over the top of them to make sure that they don't back out. After loosening that up and moving it over, that universal joint fell right out. So we got going here is I need to take out this fusible shaft here out of the transmission and replace it with a new one. So this piece right here on the end is probably broke off in the inside. Well, I know it's broke off on the inside of the transmission. And then I take a magnet and I'm hoping that I can pull that right out of there. So there will be some transmission fluid that is going to fall out of that when I pull that out. We'll fill that up later. There it is. You can see the transmission fluid coming out. Come on! This entire process was an absolute pain in the butt. So to get that magnet inside of that opening without touching the outside of that transmission was a challenge. I was able to get it on that shaft a few times, but I could not get that sucker to even budge the slightest amount. That sucks. She does not come out. So I'm going to put this back in just so the oil quits coming out and do some more flanking. So kind of the predicament I'm faced with is this is probably beyond my abilities to get that damn shaft out. On the opposite side of this, there's this little plate that you can pull out, and then you can push something back this way to push that shaft out. The question is, should I try to do that right now? Because I'm assuming that an insane amount of fluid is going to come out of this, and I don't have any. I could go get some. But I've learned over the years that I'd prefer not to wreck something if somebody's going to have to come and actually get this thing fixed. I don't know yet. So I'm going to continue to try to mess with the magnet, see if I can get that to work. I did have some cow magnets that I was going to try to use, but I forgot that the ends are not actually magnetized, it's just the middle, so I don't think that's going to help a lot, but I might try to go in and I will try to do that. If it doesn't work, I'm going to try every damn thing I could possibly think of. But I did forget those magnets, so I got to jump out of the SHERP again, grab those. I also have some other ones that might work also. We will see. All right. Let's hope. Let's hope. Challenge is this damn magnet is so strong that it likes to go to everything. Oh, Lord! Woohoo! We got it! That is good news, people. Very good news. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All righty. Let's get the new one back in. Okay. That is a good sign. I did not think that was going to happen. With a little bit of elbow grease, in fact an insane amount of elbow grease, with two of us, we were able to get these bolts put back in. And again, what happened was two of these fell out and two of these were really loose. Kind of interesting. I couldn't get these bolts right here to all align the same way because it was bent a little bit, but as we worked on it really hard, or really pushed on it, we were able to pull those halves together. And again, there's that spacer in the middle. Next step is take this back out. So we got two more bolts to go. Hopefully you can see that. That right there has holes in it that you use to put that wire through. Fortunately, I don't have to do that because I will put these through and then bend these over the top of it, and hopefully they don't come out. They were loose when I took those out, but they did not come out. My guess is because of the wires, or these would do the same thing. I've got to figure out how those bolts of those the universal joints can stay in better, because that does not work. That just shouldn't happen. But I'll figure it out. So here's that pin right there that I have to bend over. I better make sure. I'm fairly certain I tightened this shit out of these things already. Should probably do that because I already futzed with Loctite, but better safe than dead. I kind of skipped a few parts, but basically you can get the gist of everything. I put all those 8 bolts back in again, and then I bent those metal tabs over the top of those bolts, hoping they would not come out. Eventually I'm going to paint each one of those yellow so I can see that when I do an inspection, if there does happen to be any of them that loosen up. But I think everything worked out fairly well. So what this gadget does again is it tightens the master chain, the chain that's being driven right off of the transmission, and it also allows that entire shaft to move back and forth a little bit. So I pushed that over so everything was nice and tight together. At this point, I'm just unbelievably happy. We're getting to the home stretch here. Just moving that universal joint around a little bit to get those 2 gears lined up so I can get that chain put back on. Well, and all we got to do is get that chain on, and then on the left there I have to take that emergency brake and put that on. I'm not going to show that to you. And she is done, and it worked. I put the transmission fluid in it. There hasn't been any issues at all. Looked at it a few different times to make sure everything stays tight. I'll probably share another video of doing some stuff with it here very shortly. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Please click a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care, everyone.